Time without a top flight.
Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. And no run back here, so they'll bring it out to the 25. So here's the first drive now for the Jags. They'll have a former Heisman Trophy winner calling the shots, hailing from the island of Oahu in Hawaii, Marcus Mariota.
And this is a game for grit, determination, and somehow finding a way not to panic. What a horrible start for them. I mean, they haven't won a game yet. So now, as a quarterback, you're not just talking to your team. You've got to demonstrate to them what they need to do to win. He's got to be the leader by how he plays.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Call it no gain on the game's first play, and it's second down now. Well, this defense for the Cowboys, and he will go down, a Cowboys sack. They push him back 8 yards that time on second down. But just 2 plays in, and Charles already their first sack defensively.
Yeah, how about that? That didn't take long, did it? And now they look at third down, and that's another time to try and go and get the quarterback too.
I don't think this is the script they had in mind for their opening drive. This is 3rd and long. Now Mariota. That's caught by his tight end, Gerald Everett. And this will not get close to the first down marker as he's brought down at the 26. They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down.
He wasn't the primary target, but I think it was almost like a check down situation, wasn't it?
Yeah, hoping he can break some tackles, a big tight end, but he couldn't do it.
Yeah, get into that big frame and hope he can scatter some bodies, unable to get it done.
And the Jaguars send out their punter. He'll kick it away after a 3-and-out on the opening drive of the game. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. Taken from just outside the 30. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And leading them, Charles, their quarterback, their field general.
I know teams always talk about having a 24-hour rule after a game, and eventually we end up rolling our eyes. But it works both ways, right? 24 hours if you win, 24 if you lose. But, boy, it's a fun 24 when you win the game. And you win NFC Offensive Player of the Week, isn't it?
Absolutely. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down. Here's 2nd and 8. And a quick throw here. That's complete.
I think that's a big pickup for a 1st down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a 1st down, executed it to perfection. Back to throw now on 1st down. And he's got the hook up here. It's Kyle Rudolph. Those are the numbers from Rudolph from last week's game. 3 catches, 56 yards.
And I get the feeling that he loves this matchup. I mean, the unit he's going against is in the bottom half of the league against the pass. He had to have circled this one on the schedule and said to himself, this should be a big game.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. On 3rd down, Jennings. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20-point score gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. And that is incomplete here. Here comes the 7th play now of this drive as this is 3rd and 10. They'll set up a throw. And this one hauled in by Rudolph. And a good tackle there right around the 30 stops him short of 1st down. And forthcoming, a field goal try for the Cowboys. It'll be a 47-yard attempt from the left hash. And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. And the Cowboys are going to jump out to a 3-0 lead. It'll continue to be interesting in these wet conditions how these kickers fare, but first test, passed.
And how about how the special teams unit handled that? A lot of concentration to make sure the ball didn't slip through his fingers. After the snap, got it down and let him pop it through the posts.
And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34. So time to see Jacksonville again on offense for the second time here in this game. And the first drive, 3 and out. Second possession, see if they can get a little momentum.
And oftentimes that first drive is just a feeling out process. You have some plays that you've got called and you want to see how defense reacts. It may not go terrific on the first one. Now they're ready to go. They've kind of got to look at them, got a sense. Let's see if they open things up a little bit.
See if they open things up. Let's see what the defense does here, too, after a good stop. Right back to Swift again on second down. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 4 coming up.
Sometimes being a linebacker in the middle of the field is kind of like being a doctor on the field. You got to make the right diagnosis. Here he correctly sends his run and shoots through to make the play in the backfield.
And the Cowboys here on 3rd down, bringing in an extra defensive back. Mariota. That's going to be complete to his tight end, Everett. And he is going to have a Jags first down as he'll be marked down a yard or 2 past the marker following a gain of 6.
Like so many tight ends nowadays, they have no problem at all putting him in the slot and letting him go to work. And that's a nice pitch and catch right there for a first down.
On 1st and 10, it's Swift. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. On 2nd down now, Scarborough. And he's got this one across midfield into Cowboy territory.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side. I haven't met a football team yet that runs the ball successfully that doesn't talk about having an attitude to be a running football team, right? You got to be able to put your nose in there, smell where the first down sticks are, and get there.
On 1st and 10, here's Mariota. A hit as he throws there, incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. A handoff, Swift running to the left. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
A long way to go here on 3rd down for the 8th play of the drive. From the gun, Mariota. They'll find Everett there, complete. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. They'll get 11, but still a little short. 4th down.
Well, don't tell any defensive coordinator I've played for, but that might be considered a win for both teams because defensively they stopped them short and forced the 4th down. But offensively, they picked up enough yards to give their kicker a better shot, if that's what they want to do.
And this will be a long field goal if the skies were clear. But here in the rain and the elements, they'll go for it on 4th. They'll try and run for it. And he's going to have the first down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. They go back to the ground, this time Swift. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. To throw, Mariota. Boyd's the target, and he has it over the middle. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. The numbers on the receiving end for Boyd last time out. 7 catches, 80 yards, and a touchdown.
And I get the feeling that he loves this matchup. I mean, the unit he's going against is in the bottom half of the league against the pass. He had to have circled this one on the schedule and said to himself, this should be a big game.
On 1st down, Swift. And he'll get 7 yards from the 17 to the 10 before he's taken down. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Facing a 2nd and 3. Ball on the 10. To throw is Mariota. And this incomplete. He tried to check it down to his running back and nearly had the ball picked. 3rd and short yardage. Mariota got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Jaguars. Gerald Everett, his first touchdown on the year. And the Jaguars have taken the lead. What a great weapon. So often such a big mismatch.
And there's no route he can't run. You name it, he's going to do it. And he's a matchup nightmare for the defense. No matter who they put on him, he's going to win the battle.
Jason Sanders now for the extra point. And this is up and good to make it 7-3. That one was an extended drive. 14 plays all told. And it culminates in a Jags touchdown. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. Second drive forthcoming here for the Dallas Cowboys. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. The linebacker, Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah, on the tackle. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Back to throw. And he's got it. Got his man on the end route. Complete. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 45-yard line.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. A big play here for Dallas. We know he's good at catching the football, but then after the catch, he's got escapability.
Not only that, he's got some toughness as well, because you know he's coached very hard to make sure he battles through, breaks tackles, and then they finish with, don't fumble the football.
Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Now it's Jennings. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. His 3rd rushing touchdown on the year and 4th overall. And the Cowboys have retaken the lead. Nice job of polishing off that drive, but all the credit there goes to that play prior.
Yeah, it certainly does, because after that big play, I think resistance almost felt futile at that point, didn't it? And the very next play, they come right back, quick, fast, and in a hurry, and put it in the end zone.
Point after try forthcoming. And it's through, and that makes the lead 10-7. So the drive there took 6 plays, and it's finished off with a 5-yard touchdown run. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. From the 10. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. Here comes the Jaguars offense as they get set here. That last drive, it was a good mix. Run, pass, defense on their toes.
And what really helps out in a big way is when you're doing the run-pass mix and everything's working, that means that they're guessing wrong every time on defense. They think you're going to pass when you run and vice versa. I would continue that, and when they finally draw a beat on you, maybe you mix it up a little bit, a little play action and throw the ball.
And will they maintain that balance? Time to find out.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now it's Swift. Strong run, but he's corralled just beyond the 40. From the 41, Mariota. That's complete to the tight end, Everett. The Jaguars on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. He completes it to Boyd. And he will have a Jaguars 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree, one thing they did learn, find open areas, find soft spots, and set up and catch the ball. And I think we just saw that there.
Yeah, we saw that indeed, picking up the 1st. So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. Here's a handoff to Swift. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. Play action now. Mariota. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. From the shotgun, it's Mariota. He's going to get that to Swift underneath. Gave a glimpse of his power, but not a whole lot of space. Down at the 30. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. Throwing is Mariota. Throw right side is into the hands of his tight end, Everett. And he is going to have a Jags 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18.
56, Mike, 56, right there.
From the red zone now, Mariota. The toss here completed to Pittman. And he gets this inside the 10 to the 9. It's also a gain of 9. Line of scrimmage, the 9. 2nd and about a yard. They'll throw again. Mariota. He'll drop this one off to Swift. And the Jaguars are going to have a 1st and goal as the tackle is made at about the 5. Here's Swift. And give him 5 that time as they draw a bit closer here for a 2nd and goal. When we talk about being on schedule, I think they're on schedule after that run, getting it right down there on the doorstep.
Maybe even a little bit ahead because now the defense can't dictate with pressure. They're guessing about where you're going to go. I might come right back at them with the same play, the same set, and see if they can stop them.
On 2nd down, Scarborough. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. 3 tight ends up front here, 3rd and goal. They'll run with Swift. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. Sanders' kick is good. And that will knot us up at 10. So a long drive gets them down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
Possession of the football going back to the Cowboys. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
They go play action here on 1st down. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete.
Not only did he have a chance to scan the field there, it felt like he had a chance to scan it twice. The protection was that good. Unfortunately for him, the coverage downfield, equally good.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. They're going to look to throw. Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. And here now the punter Fox as he sends this one away. Nifty move. It's a return of 5 following a punt of 42 yards. And the Jaguars go on offense, 1st down and 10. The Jags going to go on offense now late in this first half. And with great starting field position and a couple of timeouts at their disposal, they'll certainly have the green light here. Mariota now to throw on 1st down. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Boyd. Now the Jags will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. A 1st down throw for Mariota. He'll get this off to Swift.
And they'll use him out of the backfield and sometimes quite a bit. They're just trying to get him touches any way they can. 4 catches a week ago. There's another one right there.
2nd and 4. Now Mariota. And that's out to the flat for Swift. The Jaguars now will use the last of their timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. This has the carry. It does not. It's no good. And this game will remain tied here in quarter number 2. And that's the risk of the long field goal miss here at this stage of the second quarter. You give up great field position.
And that gives them one more opportunity to make something happen. It's always timing routes. And if the timing's off just a little bit, it can really throw off a play. It looked like he let him a little too much there.
Yeah, there was a fraction of a second because he caught it, just couldn't stay in bounds. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. They'll drop to throw. And Rudolph has it, the tight end. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. They'll throw now on the final play. He's going to take a shot at the end zone. Why not? And unable to connect. Incomplete. We'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. So we have reached halftime here and a good one. 10-10 is our score. As we now go downstate to Orlando and check in with Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Brandon, we'll get back to you guys in a bit. But first, let's take a look around the NFL here on this first Sunday of October. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the second quarter. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been as tight as we expected, all tied through one half of play. For the call of the second half, let's get it back to Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Okay, Coach, yeah, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this third quarter in what's been a tight contest so far. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. And we will not have a run back here as the second half starts with a touchback. Out come the Cowboys now as he'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. It's a tie football game here. What do you think, Charles, the message was at halftime?
Well, I think that they probably just looked at things and said, we're fortunate that this is a tie game. No need to panic, no need to change a whole lot. We didn't play anything close to our best in the first half, so we don't have to go out and win one for the Gipper. Let's just go out and play our best football and win one for us.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Drops it off in the flat to Jennings. And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like right at the 40. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch, I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down. Again, he'll drop to throw. And the Jags get to him as down he goes. It'll be a sack and a loss of 3, but more importantly, it brings up 4th down.
Well, how about that? A dime set on defense, 6 defensive backs. None of them blitz. They're just back there in coverage. Defensive lineman gets the sack.
That's where the O-line, they go to the sideline, they keep their helmets on so the cameras can't find them, right?
Yeah, the cameras can't find them, but I know one thing. The O-line coach will.
Out now comes the Cowboys punter as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. A 40-yard punt, no return, and the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Here comes the Jags offense now. Time for their first possession of half number 2. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
And they get to Mariota here as he's dropped on the sack. They'll wind up losing a full 9 yards here on the sack. Now it's 3rd down.
He seemed to have a reasonable amount of time in the pocket, but he couldn't get rid of the football, and the end result, Charles, him on the ground.
Yeah, he's got to keep an internal clock to go along with his offensive line. When you're talking about 3, 4, 5 seconds, that's a reasonable amount of time to expect to deliver the ball downfield. So great to try and complete a pass, but it's equally important to know when to throw the football away, too.
Uncorks one for Davis, and that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. It's a 42-yard punt. They keep him to just a yard on the return. Here's the Dallas offense now heading back out onto the field. The last couple of drives have ended in punts. Maybe the crowd minds that, but you're a defensive guy. You're okay with a couple of punt drives.
Listen, I'm the guy that loves a 0-0 pitch game. All right, in baseball, I can handle that going into the 7th inning. I think the crowd, though, they want to see a little bit more excitement. Let's see if someone can break something free on offense and get going.
Offense at a premium the last 2 drives. On 2nd down now, it's Jennings. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. They'll set up to throw. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And this will be a gain of 6 when it's all said and done. Down to the 15 from the 21. 2nd and 4. And he will find his man on the end route. Complete.
And the Cowboys are going to have a 1st and goal as he's taken down at about the 8-yard line.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. They'll get this halfway home from the 8 to the 4 on a gain of 4. 2nd and goal from inside the 5. Back to throw here. And this is caught for a Cowboy touchdown. A great effort there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Cowboys have broken the tie. Well, he wasn't the guy they were initially going for, but after going through the progressions, it worked.
When you have plenty of people who can catch the football, you don't always have to go to your primary target, and sometimes that target is actually covered. Nice job coming off of that and getting it to someone who was open.
And the man out of the backfield gets in for the score. The try here for the extra point. He's got it as they go up by a total of 17-10. So that winds up a 7-play drive all told. And it's capped off with a Cowboys touchdown. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
Fielded right around the 8. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They find themselves down 17-10 as they come up on a 1st and 10. Here's Mariota. A little short pass. This is Everett. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. 5 yards on the catch there. Brings up 2nd down. Throwing. Mariota. They'll find Swift out of the backfield. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down.
One of my old teammates called me the other day when he was watching the game. He's like, man, trying to watch an NFL game and trying to account for their passing game, that's difficult. And just when you think you get everything covered, here comes a back out of the backfield. And in this case, he picks up a 1st down.
Play fake. Mariota. It's caught by Davis. That catch good for only a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. On the handoff, this is Swift. And he's got this pretty close to a 1st down at the Cowboys 41. They'll stay on the ground with Swift. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the 1st. 50 yards on the ground for him now as he's done that on 15 carries.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Working out of the gun, Mariota. He's got his man. That's Everett, the tight end. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it.
That was good protection there. No, that was great protection there because it allowed him to lock in on his receiver. Although I think he was looking for his tight end on the corner route all the way. Nice connection there for a really nice gain.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. And that is caught. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Corey Davis, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Jaguars have a chance to tie the ball game here in the final minute of the 3rd.
They went 5 wide in that offensive set, and racing going 3 wide's a big deal. To go 5, how about the way that they finish things off?
Did you just fit a race car reference into the game?
Zoom, zoom. How about the way that you play? When you go 5 wide, that means you're going fast now.
Zoom, zoom indeed. The point after through the raindrops, up and good. And that will tie our game here in the 3rd. 17-17 the score. All even to this point as the kick's away. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. Here comes the field general leading his offense back out there for the next possession. How do you break down his game so far? Just the 1 touchdown pass, but sometimes the touchdown pass stat category, that doesn't tell the whole story.
It really doesn't. Not until you balance it with the error side. You know, and in this case, he hasn't thrown any interceptions. So a lot of people would call this almost a pedestrian game, kind of a bus driver game. But that's just really wrong. Being a bus driver is a good thing if you're running a football team, because that means you're in control and you're taking your team to the right places.
Yeah, he's been pretty solid. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Looking to throw. Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack. It'll be a loss of only a couple on the sack, but now it'll bring up 3rd down. Sports. An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And he will find his man on the outside. And he will have a Cowboys first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And partner, in a tie game in the 4th quarter, you and I both know in the NFL, that's when you lean on your stars. And he came through with a nice catch right there.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. And this one hauled in by Rudolph. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Here's Jennings. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. 41 yards on the ground for him so far. A good position to be in here, 2nd and inches. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Jennings. And he's going to get this inside the 30. It's another 10 yards on that one and another 1st down. I tell you, they didn't give it to him much through the first 3 quarters, but when they have, he's been efficient. Maybe they ride him more here down the stretch.
Yeah, not sure it was actually in the game plan for him to have as few carries as he has, but it might play out really well for them now. As you noted, if they want to ride him down the stretch, he should have fresh legs.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. Blitz coming, and down he goes. It'll be a loss of 10, and it'll bring up 2nd.
Well, he shot in, CD, like he was out of a cannon from that linebacker position. And even though they had a running back in the backfield, no one could stop him.
Well, you certainly diagnosed that play perfectly, because as fast as he got into the backfield, you're exactly right. The running back had no shot to get over and try and protect his quarterback, and a sack resulted.
They'll look to throw. And complete. Right side, the tight end Rudolph. And he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a 1st down. So they'll take the yardage and tack on 15 more for the face mask.
Talk about a play that absolutely costs you in the end. Just trying to do your job, right? Trying to get him on the ground. Next thing you know, they'll march off another 15 against your squad.
Jennings. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. 8 yards the tally on that 1st down run. Here's 2nd and 2. He'll drop to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And so close, he gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. Well, there you go. Save your best scramble of the day for a big-time situation in the 4th quarter, picking up the 1st.
You don't want to use it up early, right? You want to make sure you save it for that exact moment, that key time, and that's what he did, although you and I both know it wasn't planned that way. But what a nice job using his eyes, scanning the field, and realizing when it was time to exit the pocket and go.
A field goal could get him the lead, but it might not be enough here as they come up on 1st and goal. And he will take it in for a Cowboy score. It's their quarterback, keeping it himself from a yard out.
And the Cowboys answer back with a touchdown of their own to break our tie and take the lead here in the 4th. So, Charles, this game feels like it has been punch, counter-punch all throughout, and that touchdown breaks our tie here in the 4th quarter.
You're making me want to get back in the gym and start training again. You talk about those punches and counter punches. I also think this is where you and I start thinking to ourselves, who's going to make the play to change that, right? Who's going to get out of this little cycle that they're in right now and make a play and give their team a firm advantage?
Extra point right down the middle, and they will take a 7-point lead. set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This fielded right at the goal line. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. And now, after the touchdown a moment ago, they work from behind in a 7-point game in this fourth quarter. Plenty of time on the clock. First down, Mariota. And he fires one incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10. From the gun, Mariota. And that is incomplete. The Jaguars on 3rd down. They're hitting at 60%, 6 out of 10 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. To throw, Mariota. Out to the right and complete to Pittman. And a pretty nice tackle there, ranging up from his free safety spot as he'll stop him about a yard short. They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down.
A short game that doesn't get them the first down brings up a 4th down situation.
Really nice job defensively. They knew where the sticks were. They got the stop before it. The Jaguars send out their punter as he's on to kick it away. So possession goes over here on the punt. Charles, you'd said the magic number was probably right around 20 for this defense because they're facing one of the top 5 offenses in the league in terms of points scored. They've had their moments, but this offense just a little too good, isn't it?
They really are, because no matter what you do to make an adjustment on defense, they've had an answer for it.
They start the drive with Jennings. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down. Here's 2nd and 8. McKinnon here, it's complete. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. And he's top 5 in the league in terms of receiving yardage because of plays like that. What have you seen from him on film that you like so much?
Well, I'll strip away everything else and get to what we call the moment of truth. When the ball's arriving and there's a defender there, he just comes down with the ball. He competes and takes it away. Great hands, great ability to finish the catch.
They'll run on 1st down. Britt, and he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down. I'm sure that's going to be the formula. Just keep the ball on the ground. Keep that clock moving.
And when you have the lead this late in the game, above all, stay in bounds. Yes, take care of the football. Yes, gain yardage, but stay in bounds and let that clock tick.
Now a nice throw here right side. He hauls it in. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 38-yard line. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Now the objective there, I mean, yes, the positive gain, that's nice, but work some clock.
Yeah, you're exactly right, but the problem for them is still within a possession, so they can't just sit on it running the ball. They'll have to find a way to throw it effectively as well.
If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up 2nd down. Now here's a throw that's complete. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
This a big play for both sides. What will we see here? 3rd and 4. Back to throw. And that nearly the pick that they needed. He couldn't pull it in, though, and it's 4th down. And his kick is good. And that will push the lead up to double digits now at 10. So that one, CD, going to make the road back a lot more difficult.
Oh, there's no doubt about that. You know they were praying on the other sideline for a miss because now, as you pointed out, a very difficult road. Down 2 scores. You don't just need a touchdown. You need a chain of events to go your way. You've got to score, somehow get the ball back, and score again. The odds of that happening, not great in your favor.
Well, look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. And in the early going, the running game, as we see the numbers, it just wasn't on point. Well, now it's gotten more true to form.
And sometimes it takes a little while for an offensive line to get in sync because early in a game, defenses throw different patterns at you, different formations, different sets, and you might not block them quite the way you want to, but as you start to get into a groove and you figure out what they're doing, now it all comes together, and that's what we're seeing right now.
To throw again on second down, Mariota. And that's caught one more time by Boyd. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Jaguar football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. And that, nearly picked off. It would have been a great time for their first interception of the game. Instead, it's second down. Now Mariota. That's complete to Swift out of the backfield. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also 3rd down. Mariota, and he'll find Pittman. And he will have a Jaguars 1st down, and he's going to have it by plenty. Able to get 8 yards there on 3rd and 2. And he's going to be down at the 35, gain of 7. Now the Jags are moving quickly in the hurry-up. To throw, Mariota. He'll get this one to Pittman. 1st down now, but that clock rolling. Here's Mariota. He gets this one to Boyd. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. Here's Mariota. He's going to get that to Swift underneath. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as they'll stop it with 25 ticks remaining on the clock. Whether it's a touchdown or a field goal, whatever it is, they need to score quickly here on 1st down. Mariota to throw. And he's going to go down. Back at the 27-yard line, he's sacked. Now the Jags will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they get it with just 19 seconds left on the clock. This is caught. It's Boyd. And he is into the end zone for the touchdown. So they still need a miracle with a clock where it's at, but they get one piece to the puzzle done.
Still have hope.
Coming from where they were, they knew this was going to be tough, but they got the touchdown. Now they need the miracle, the onside kick and a little extra.
Yeah, and you have to get the onside kick and not have the ball bounce around a lot and eat up time. You want to be able to grab it, possess it, and get your offense out there for what you just termed a miracle last chance.
Sanders on for the extra point. And the lead is down to a field goal now. So that one a long 11-play drive. And it results in a touchdown for Jacksonville. So 15 ticks remaining as they line up for the onside kick. And the Cowboys are going to secure the football, and with it, they'll just about secure the victory as well. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
So this one will end in a victory for the Dallas Cowboys. And you look back over the score sheet, interesting. A very clean game, no turnovers by either side.
an absolute rarity when we watch games now because defenses have put such an emphasis on taking the ball away. Well, what we saw here was offenses spending their time saying, look, you know they're coming for it. Ball security is paramount. So they worked on that, not just a week of practice, but I'm sure all during training camp. Make sure when you have it, tuck it away because danger lurks everywhere you turn.
So for the Cowboys, they move back over 500 at 3-2 now on the year. And they'll have another road date next week with the Cincinnati Bengals. Meanwhile, for the Jaguars, the calendar changed October didn't help as they dropped to 0-5 on the year. And they'll try to rebound next week on the road in Nashville. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.